right. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Hi, chat. How's it going? A bruh moment? Bruh. Bruh. Gamba? We're Twitch guys. Of course we're gonna run Gambas to fuel our gambling addictions. Did that do it right? Am I young now? Welcome, Pashi, to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Excited for this randomizer. I got a good feeling. I'm glad to hear it. Hope so. I hope it goes pretty well. Yo, thank you, Zarek, for the 16 months. Oh, wait, I can actually use alerts.
16th month anniversary, which means you will not be getting a sword until 16 minutes have passed.
No! Actually, 16 minutes is pretty good. Actually, I'm okay with that. You know what? If I get a sword after 16 minutes, I'm pretty happy about that. And think about it, that's pretty good. Thank you, Zarek, for the 16 months. Anyways, hello, everybody. Hello, hello. It's not so long until your wedding now. That's true. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, huh? It's a week away, basically. It's like a week and 2 days. Almost wedding time.
Oh, whoa, I did it, Joe.
Who's ready to wait 5 hours for Linkus to get a sword? Listen, this is... with race mode, there is no way. Like, there's actually no way with race mode it would be that bad. Anyways, hello everybody. I can't believe I'm actually catching Linkus live. Hello. It's nice to see you all. Anyways, yeah, so chat. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing race mode settings, and we're going to see how it goes. I did, obviously, you guys know me. I added in the little bit of an extra thing. I added in Sploosh Kaboom. You know how it is. So it's going to be race settings plus Sploosh Kaboom, your favorite. I know you guys love Sploosh Kaboom, so we had to add that in. So yeah, race settings plus Sploosh Kaboom. And the goal is going to see, can we beat this in under 2 hours and 15 minutes? It's going to be a good time. Linkus, you are a silly Billy. Thank you. Anyways, before we start, chat, I gotta say something. I don't know if you noticed, but I somehow made the deadline of all the video requirements for that I set up to do, and that was the most stressful that was the most stressful, like, 5 days of my life. I had not worked that much for years. That was, like, the grind I did, like, the end of last month would be, like, similar to when I was, you know, like, 18, 19, 20, and I was able to just, you know, not get sleep. I was going for like the last 4 days of the month. I was going to bed around 9 to 10 in the morning, and I was sleeping for about 4 hours to try and make my day have enough time in it to actually get going. There was a lot.
39 months. Almost 40 poggies.
Twitch streamer complains about 3 hours of work. Kippy, I'm gonna tell you something that might blow your mind. I spend more than 3 hours on the thumbnail alone. Just the thumbnail is more than 3 hours. Do you use the gamepad or Pro Controller? So both. So I play with the Pro Controller, but I have the gamepad laying in front of me so I can still, like, swipe the items so that I can, like, quickly equip stuff. So yeah. Thank you, Salvati, for the Prime Gaming 62 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Anyways, Chad, let's get into it, shall we? Wait, actually, I could do a gamba, though, before I start. Hey, guys. Well, I went back to my previous predictions. Why is there a prediction says sword before 235, sword before 305, master sword before 335, master sword before 405, first master sword upgrade before 415, first master sword upgrade before 5 hours, second master sword upgrade before 6 hours, second master sword upgrade before 7 hours, finish the seed randomizer in 7 hours and 45 minutes. Why is there that many predictions? Dude, I can't look at chat for one stream, and you all did more than 10 predictions? Are you kidding me? One stream and I can't look at chat. And you do more than 10 gambas? You saw one single stream, one opportunity that I wasn't in charge of the gambas, and y'all went for one every 30 minutes? What the hell is happening when I'm not looking?
Happy wedding month.
Thank you, Arlo, for the 25-month recessing. Happy wedding month. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyways, while the prediction is running, once that is done, I'm going to start this rando. I don't want to start before the gamba is done because then you guys can see how my luck was with Sploosh Kaboom. So that would be kind of a spoiler. Anyways, I guess I can catch you guys up. So in case you guys somehow missed it, if you did, please check it out. I uploaded 4 videos at the I uploaded 4 videos at the end of last month. So 6 days ago, 5 days ago, 4 days ago, and 3 days ago, we all uploaded a video. I guess just to kind of update you guys on how it went, for the Wind Waker Randomizer max settings, I have never been more, and somehow that video that was supposed to be easy took me so long to get going. Okay, so let me explain quickly, okay? So I had to edit it because YouTube starts to absolutely just destroy your options for, like, how a video works when it gets above 8 hours. I don't know why, but once a video is longer than 8 hours, it sucks. So I made sure to edit out a couple of sections, which was specifically, I shortened, if you actually watch the whole video, you will know, I shortened, Beetle 60 arrows and Orca 500 hits. So I shortened those 2 things, and that basically put me just below the 8-hour mark. So I cut that out, and because of that, I had to re-render the whole thing. And even though I have a really fast computer, I'm sure you guys can understand because it's an 8-hour VOD that's high quality. that it still takes my good computer about 50 minutes to render, okay? So anyways, I render the whole thing. I then look at it. It looks good. I upload it to YouTube. And then when it's on YouTube, I notice something. As I'm going through placing the ads, because YouTube auto-placed an ad like every 2 minutes, and I was like, there's no way. So I went to manually place ads. I was like, YouTube, you're trying way too hard to place too many ads right now. So, so I went to like manually place them, and when I was doing that, I noticed something. There was a bunch of audio glitches where every about 10 seconds, there would be a peak in the audio in only the right headphone. Meaning that I was sitting there, it felt like someone was poking my right ear. So, if on speaker, it sounded fine, but on my headset, it sounded like, it was just like a little and it wasn't even when I'm talking. It's not like I was peaking with my microphone. It was just randomly causing a sound every like 10, 15 seconds, right? And I was hearing in my ear, I was like, well, that's weird. And then I looked at and I listened to the video, and I was like, oh my God, it's actually in Adobe. So, what I found out was that for some reason, okay, I'm so annoyed at talking about this. Sorry. Okay, so for some reason, audio, let me explain something quickly so you guys can understand how the setup works, okay? So, when I offline record, I have basically 4 audio tracks, okay? Audio track 1 is what you hear on Twitch. That has all my audio. Audio track 2, 3, and 4 are all the audio separated. Does that make sense? So 1 is everything, that's what you hear. 2 is just my mic, 3 is just my game, 4 is just my alerts. So that means that if I need to change some audio settings when I'm editing, I can just remove track 1 with everything, and now I can actually manually adjust the audio for the 3 sources. Well, for some reason, OBS has glitched up my first audio track, but the second and third one works perfectly. So what I did is I just muted audio track 1, I re-rendered the whole thing, and I re-uploaded it to YouTube. And I listened to it for the first few minutes, and I'm like, oh, perfect, it works. So, I'm like, oh, thank goodness it works. Now, I want to add one more thing to understand to you why it takes so long to do this. Not only does it take 50 minutes to render, and not only does it take 20 minutes to upload, YouTube takes about an hour and a half to process an 8-hour video. So after that, it is literally 6 in the morning, and I'm so tired. I'm like, oh, screw it. Okay, the audio doesn't sound glitchy. I'm just going to publish. So I hit publish, and then after hitting publish, I went, no, I'm not going to be lazy. I'm going to manually place the ads, because I don't want people to get an ad every 2 minutes. I'm just going to do it. So after publishing the video, I decided I'm not going to be lazy. I'm not going to rush going to sleep. I'm going to place the ads. Thank God I did. I started going through manually placing the ads, so YouTube doesn't do them too much. And then I get later, and I realized that, you know, the parts that I edited, those were all on audio track 1 that I had just deleted. So a bunch of sections of the audio, anytime I edited something, did not have audio. And I was like, no! So I immediately private the video, I delete it, and I redo all of it again. I gotta say, though, by the way, something really bad happened when I did that, because... And always when I upload a randomizer video, even the VODs, they do really well. YouTube did not want to show this video because I'd already published it and then taken it down. So YouTube literally put this in like the dark realm. Like, it is not shown to recommend this video to anyone. All the views are from subscribers who are like, oh, this video is up. Anyways, did that. Then for the Tears of the Kingdom, video, that was the next one. That one went pretty straightforward. That one was easy to record. That's why I did the glitch video, because I've been wanting to do that for a while, and I knew that that was kind of an easy one to do. Because there's like 3 other video projects that I all have that I'm planning to upload related to some mods and some other games. But all of those would have taken so long, I felt like that was not great. Getting all the achievements in Wind Waker. That one, the reason why that one was really hard to get out last minute was because when it comes to the all achievements video, I had one issue, was that the original version that you guys never got to see didn't really have post commentary. And it was really boring and very, like, come on, bro. Like, I can't explain it to you, but, like, there's just so many parts that, like, absolutely needed post-commentary. I didn't really want to do too much post-commentary, but some parts really needed it because there are so many sections. Like, I'll give you an example. Imagine 10 hours in when I said, okay, I'm going to do half of the ocean, and I literally sailed over half of the coordinate, feeding mapfish and going to reefs. There is no entertainment value in that whatsoever. I know you might be like, I would watch that. I'm sorry. No, it sucked. Trust me, it sucked. So I had to add that in. So that was a big grind to add that in. And then for the Tears of the Kingdom lockout race, that actually went really smoothly and really well. That video ended up being a banger. The thumbnail was awesome, and I had no problem with it. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, the only thing really that I guess, like, behind the scenes about that lockout video that was any work whatsoever was, and I'll tell you right now, the only thing that I struggle with when it came to the lockout race, and it's gonna sound like a stupid complaint, but I was told by the sponsor that they wanted the ad to be within the first 2 minutes. And I'm not kidding. I really wanted it to be within the first 5 minutes because I did not want to put it at the intro. So I think I spent like 3 hours trying to figure out how to best put in the ad. But I'm pretty happy with what we did. The way we did it instead was, if you watch the video, was a 15-second super short intro to immediately get into the video. And then we put it right after a funny moment with Smallland getting screwed over by the cuckos. I thought that was, like, the best way to do it within 2 minutes. So yeah, that thankfully actually ended up pretty well. So yeah, all turned out well. But otherwise, like I said, that one pretty straightforward. Anyways. So yeah, and that's then the 4 videos were out, and we finished the timeline. And then I have one more video, by the way, that's coming out. I can let you guys know before Echoes of Wisdom is coming out. That's going to be recorded over the next week here, because I'll be streaming out until my parents come here. So I'm going to be doing a decent amount of streams over the next few days. So there'll be another exciting video for there. It's going to be a speedrun explained, which I think you guys are really going to enjoy. Anyways. That is true. Tomorrow I won't be streaming because I'm taking Maisie to the dentist. Anyways, thank you, Kale, for the 15-month resub. I appreciate it. Thank you for the massive Noki. Thank you, Divine, for the 44 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, Simply, for the 6 months. Thank you, Baker, for the 17. Thank you, Real Shiny, for the 5 months. Thank you, Kaio, for the 69 months. Saying funny number. Thank you for the 5 gifties. Thank you for the pets. Thank you, everybody, for the subs. Thank you. Did they change how the scam train looks like? Whoa, what is this? Wait, they changed it, and now you can see that. Wait, are there new unlockable emotes? I've never seen this interface before. You can see what emotes you unlock from the scan train now? Wait, holy shit. They upgraded the scam train. It says sheer 100 bits to unlock one emote, and then it shows what unlockable emotes there is for each level. Oh, I think this is new. This is a... Wait, but this is supposed to be a scam train. This is less scammy. What the hell? It's less scammy if I'm getting something out of it. What the hell?
Hey, oh everyone, pride your wood, pride.
I'm gonna be honest, some of these emotes are actually kind of cool. I kind of like, for example, Applause Break. Red card is really funny. Fall damage. Anyways. Thank you, Dutfitch, for the Prime Gaming 68 months. Also, before I start, Maisie, what was your question about this randomizer? How long do you think it would be? Well, my goal is to beat it in under 2 hours and 15 minutes. So it's going to be in between 2 hours to it's going to be in between 2 hours and 2.5 hours. So I should have made plans for 9. You can make plans for 9. After the stream is done, I'm going to go back to doing my favorite thing, which is cleaning. Ugh. Anyways. Clean your room. It's not really cleaning necessarily. It's more like... Actually, you know what? I can't be... I hope I'm not alone in this. Have you guys ever moved and then you unpacked all the boxes of essentials and then there was like a bunch of boxes that kind of are not necessary things, but you still don't want to throw them out, so you just leave them unorganized in boxes for like ever? Well, let me just put it this way. I don't know how to put this in a nice way, so I'm just gonna put it this way. My mom is very sweet. She's a very kind human. But she's also kind of a... she's also a little bit crazy when it comes to this stuff. So, if my mom comes over and she sees that there's any boxes that are not perfectly organized, she will actually start a fight with me until I agree to let her organize everything. And she will not do it the way I would want it to either way. She is going to force herself to unpack all of these boxes and do everything exactly the way she wants to. And it drives me nuts, and trust me, like, it is an actual fight, because I don't want her to do it. We go yes and no, and then she starts to get really mad and upset, and then my dad goes out, because my dad's like, I'm not dealing with this, this is about cleaning, and then eventually my mom gets her way. So, because of how crazy my mom is when it comes to organizing and cleaning, I have taken it upon myself to do the very adult thing of unpacking every moving box and fully organizing them with labels to put them in the closet, so when they come here, there is nothing for her to complain about. So, if you wonder what I've been doing the past 2 days, I haven't, but like, what I've been doing for the past 2 days is literally just that. Because it's been a while. Can't you just nail them such as you can't look into them? Mitsu, let me tell you a quick story what happened last time my mom visited when we were in a small apartment. My mom came over, and she goes, can you help me clean your apartment? And I go, no. And she goes, okay. And then I go, okay, good. Then she texts me, are you sure I can't clean your apartment? And I answer with like skull emojis. And then finally she comes over. Sorry, because the first time it was over a video call and text. And finally she comes over from Sweden. She looks over the apartment and she goes, oh, I would like to clean the apartment. I say no. And then she says, well, can I at least do the kitchen? And I say, fine. And she said, okay. So she like tidied up the kitchen. It was already cleaned. We already cleaned it before they came. Then she goes, why are there things on the ground in the background of your room? And I go, because we're moving in half a year and there's nowhere to put them. And she goes, you can't live like that. And I go, yes, I can. I can totally live like that. And she's like, no, you can't live like that. You can't have things on the floor. So, she drags my ass to IKEA to buy a... She drags my ass to IKEA for me to be forced to buy a goddamn piece of furniture that we then drag her back to the apartment, that then I and my dad proceed to build over the next 3 hours so that we can then have somewhere to put all the things in the organized way that she wants to. I didn't want any of it. Why? Yeah, it's it's weird. Like I said, my mom is both so nice and also so crazy about this. Like, here's a funny thing, and Macy can actually back me up on this. If you might, you know how like some people are just like spoiled by their parents? So I am in no ways actually spoiled, except for when it comes to cleaning. But it's not because I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. Mom, can you come and help me clean? It's that my mom is so picky about how things have to be cleaned that literally this is how it will work. And Mace can back me up on this. This is exactly how it works. I'm telling you, like, I'm going to repeat an exact like convo that will happen. Me and Maisie will clean the house. When we lived in Sweden, she would come over, she would look at it, she wouldn't like how we clean, we didn't do it thoroughly enough, and we didn't organize her way. She would go up to Maisie and she would go, you can't, like, you don't have to live like this. And Maisie goes, what? And then she goes, Linus is not good with these things, so you should take charge to make sure that things are done correctly around here. And she's like, what? And then my mom would proceed to completely re-clean everything that we've already cleaned and reorganize everything, and then afterwards say, this is how it should be done. And then she will leave. So, I'm not even kidding. It left a situation where when I lived in Sweden, me and Maisie would not even we wouldn't even attempt to fully clean and organize, because there's no purpose to clean when she's just gonna re-clean everything we've done. So like I said, my mom is super sweet, she's super kind, in every regard of life except for cleaning and organizing. She's so crazy about it. I don't know why, but it's those two things. Everything else, amazing. I love her. But cleaning and organizing, there's something where it has to be her way and her way only. She's also a bit of a germaphobe, if you wonder about the cleaning, what's wrong with it. She's a little bit of a germaphobe, and it has to be organized exactly the way she wants it to, or it's unacceptable. So, yeah, there is just absolutely no reason to ever do anything. But yeah, she's so sweet in every other part. In every other way, she's amazing, and she's, like, super kind and sweet. An ad is about to start playing. Great. Okay, I'm gonna let this ad play, and then we're gonna start this randomizer in 1.5 minutes once the ad break is done. So let's do it. Hey, Linkus, can you move the camera a bit? No. All right. All right, I'm gonna go and pee while the ad is playing so we can start when I get back. Oh yeah, the final thing before I click start, I have both a good update and a complete debate update. I woke up to like the craziest thing ever. I woke up to an email from USCIS, and it said, we have taken action on your case, and I popped off. I was like, oh my god, finally, the wait is done. Oh my god, they looked at my case.
No more.
Here we go. Come on, some news about the green card. Come on. I opened it up, and they approved me for emergency travel in case of family emergencies. They didn't do anything to do with the application except for approving after like 7 months saying that, okay, if there's a family emergency, you're technically legally allowed to leave the country without basically getting an automatic decline in your application. So you know what? I guess in a way, good. If there's somehow a family emergency before my green card is approved, at least I can technically now leave the country. Not recommended to by the lawyers, but I can technically leave. So at least it's something. At least technically, small W, I'm no longer technically locked in. But on the other hand, come on, bro. Couldn't you have done more? But that's true. At least that means that they looked on the application and they thought, you know what, this seems pretty legit so far, so let's progress it further in the process. So at least that's good. Being allowed to leave for a family emergency isn't a default option. Oh, it's so funny you would ask that. No. If you are at all in the process of immigrating in the United States and a family emergency comes up and you leave the country, they consider you leaving the border of the United States of America to basically be, you're basically abandoning your application. So, yeah, forfeiting. Thank you. That's the word I couldn't find out. You're forfeiting your application. So you have to ask for what's called advanced parole. You are literally, because the law says you can't leave, but you can request a document called advanced parole, which literally is a document where you can have it when you come back that says, hey, I know that I broke the immigration rules by traveling, but I have an advanced parole forgiving me for breaking the rule, so you can't like punish me for it. And then they basically say fine. That's how the system works. So it's pretty strict. Anyways, that being said, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. Anyways, all right, let's get into this. Wait, last thing. Dry. If you plan on editing for the Linkus 7 Daily channel, I'm asking you one thing nicely. Don't reuse the same standard thumbnail type that we usually do with Link holding up an item that's random. Feel free to send me the thumbnail you're planning to thinking of making, because I don't want to overdo the gray thumbnail of Link showing up an item with a random item in front of him. We've done it so much on both daily and on the main channel. I just don't want to overdo it, if that makes sense, because like I don't want that format to be completely dry. I want to make sure that the really good thumbnails, we can use that. So don't overdo it. Anyways, okay, that being said, let's get into it. Let's get it in 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. Okay, let's immediately start to see which 2 dungeons we don't have to do. So we don't have to do Earth and Wind Temple. That's really good luck. Oh my god. That's an incredible start. So if you don't know, this is tournament rules or race mode. We've done this a couple of times before. Basically what that means is that it has 4 locations that are guaranteed that you have to do. And we just found out that... No. We just found out that out of the 6 dungeons, you always have to do 4 of them. You can see when you take up the map. And the 2 we didn't have to do are both really long ones. So that's really good luck. That's already a good start for being on pace for a sub 2. Or sub 215. I've never gotten a sub 2. It'd be sick if we could do that. Anyways. Alright, let's see what are our first 2 items. The Hero's Shield. Okay, you know what? We'll take it. And a red rupee. Hey Link, is out of curiosity, what's your favorite skin mod for Link? Definitely Steve from Minecraft. Speaking about Steve from Minecraft, I'm assuming everybody saw the trailer for the Minecraft movie. Okay, I gotta say two things about that because I've seen a lot of different takes. So I have two things to say about the Minecraft movie trailer. Oh my god, the sword as the third item check? Holy crap, what a great start. Wow. Okay, anyways, I gotta say quickly, as a little quick side note when it comes to, the Minecraft movie, because I've seen a lot of takes online, some good, some bad. So I have to say a quick thing about it. First, I think they should have done completely everything CGI. I don't even think it saves them a bunch of money to not do everything CGI. I just think that in the Minecraft world, it doesn't make any sense to have 99% CGI and then 1% being actors in front of all green screen. I just think that I don't get why they did that. So I think they should have done everything just CGI. That it makes no sense to me. In this kind of a movie, it doesn't make sense. Second, and here's the one thing, though. Even though I do think that it looks kind of silly and bad that they went with a weird hybrid mix in between CGI and real humans, I think that the hate online is actually a little bit overdone. Let me explain. I don't think it looks terrible in the perspective of who I think their targeted audience is, which is 5 and 10-year-olds. I think when I look at it and I go, that's cringe. But I'm telling you, if I grew up as a 5-year-old or an 8-year-old with Minecraft and I saw this kind of, like, funky-looking, you know, weird-ass, you know, kind of weird, like, sheep that looks sort of realistic, but also, you know, like, is in the shape of a Minecraft sheep. I think I would think that was awesome if I was an 8-year-old, you know? So, I think part of the criticism is definitely fair. I do think they could have made it look better, and it would have been better if they made it more just CGI and changed it a bit, the CGI perspective. But at the same time, it's made for kids. Also, the boomerang is not that great of an item, but it is an item slide item, which is really good for a rando. Yeah, I never thought the day would come when Jack Black was, like, very appreciated and liked when it came to children's movie. Because I grew up during the time when he made... I can't remember what the movie was called, but when I think of him, I think about, like, Crazy Metal. I think about that movie he made when he was, like, going up against the devil. Do you guys remember which one I'm talking about? Anyways, I'm thinking about that kind of Jack Black, you know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so to me, it's kind of crazy that he's all of a sudden now more family friendly, but yeah. Okay, heart piece. Let's see what Miss Maria's. After this, we're going for Sploosh Kaboom, which hopefully will go well. That could definitely lose us a lot of time if we're unlucky. Sploosh Kaboom is definitely always a scary aspect to these randos. Normally, this is not part of race rules, but Twitch chat loves Sploosh Kaboom, so we always got included. Here we go. Oops. Not worth it. God damn it. I would have found the 3 if I didn't misclick there, but I wouldn't have found the 2, so it didn't matter. Okay, now we just have to get lucky. This is not a good start. The doubters are definitely feeling pretty good right now. Doesn't matter, I can't win. Come on, dude! Oh! Hold. Oh, come on. It's literally just a coin flip. Damn it! I found the 2 hardest ones. And then I could have found the 4. That's so unlucky. Oh? Oh. Yes! 19! Oh my goodness. Okay, I just need to win one more time now, and the score doesn't matter. Okay, heart piece and... oh, heart piece. I swear if the second reward is also a heart piece, it's 3 heart pieces, I'm gonna be so sad. Well, that's a lucky misclick. This is my last attempt, or I have to leave because I'm out of money after this. Please. Oh my god, we did it. Okay! Well, I didn't have to come back even if it was slow. Let's see, what do we get? 200 rupees. I got a heart piece, and 200 rupees. It was all for nothing. Well, I'm glad we took the time to do that. That solves the money problem, though, Linkus. Okay, that's technically true, but, like, not that I really needed it. Tingle statue. A tingle bottle? What is up with this area, dude? All tingle? What the hell? Naira's Pearl. Okay, we'll take that. That's a required item. Okay, I need all 3 to be able to get access to Tower of the Gods. Normally, I'd be really sad I have to do Tower of the Gods, but honestly, since I don't have to do Earth and Wind Temple, it's not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna head over here, and then I'm gonna do Paw Print. I'm gonna check Paw Print, and then I'm gonna go to Dragon Roost. Since this is tournament rules, I thankfully don't have to deal with Key Sanity this one, so I should be able to do most of everything in Dragon Roost, even on a first trip basis with no items, because Dragon Roost is one of the few places that you can kind of just get through without much of anything. Note to mom. Okay. Okay, and then we gotta remember to... We gotta remember to also talk to Salvage Corp over here. Yeah. We can help out mom. Ugh. Not cool. Just finished the VOD for the Randa. Yeah, that's awesome. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, boulder chest. That Picto box. Okay, that gives us a couple of more locations at Windfall for later. Well, there's a couple of locations that I technically can't do at the moment because they're not like bombs or anything like that, but we can still do most of the locations in Dragon Roost. And since all the dungeons we have are the early game dungeons, I think it's still worth going for because we can unlock the shortcut warp and then kind of go back and forth as we please in between the dungeons. So it should still be pretty fast to get through everything that we want. There's no mail game in tournament rules. I mean, I'm trying to go as fast as I can to try and see what kind of time we can get, you know? Even, like, we've always been close to around the 2:15, but as I'm getting better, I hopefully should be able to get a lower time than that as time goes on now. Because, I mean, theoretically, if everything goes perfect, you could still technically get, you know, like a sub 2. It's just obviously hard, you know? It's because it's, well, a rando. Okay, I'm a little bit to do item slides like this with the boomerang, but hopefully everything should go well. Yeah, I'm going to save a lot of time here. I think the doubter should be a little bit scared. Getting an item slide item with a sword this early on is really going to speed up everything I do here. So... yeah, doubter should be scared and believer should be really happy right now. Streamer, why haven't you beat the non-random world record yet? Look, I had either all of or most of the records in between this time span of 2016 to like 2020, 2021. So I've done my time. Okay, that sucks. I'm actually locked out of getting everything because I did not get more small keys. So I actually have to come back. I'm actually locked out until I have the boomerang. That hoodie is fire. Orange is my favorite color. I love orange too. Sorry, I mean grappling hook. Sorry, I misspoke. I need the grappling hook to continue. I'm sorry. I need the grappling hook to continue, not the boomerang. Sorry, I misspoke. Sorry. Yeah, the only awkward thing, I'm assuming because you said you love my hoodie because it's orange. The one thing you maybe don't know, the only awkward thing is that I love this kind of orange, but all the ones I own that are orange like this is actually a Longhorn merch, which is a football team for like Texas University. So the only awkward thing is that I constantly get people coming up to me going like, oh, you go to UT? And then it's always the kind of awkward thing of, do I either lie and just say yes, or do I say no and look like an idiot?
It might be awkward, but you're wearing the best gear. Hook 'em horns.
I actually, you know what's funny? You want to know something awesome? Okay, this is almost gonna sound like made up, and I wish it was, but it's actually not. So, since moving to Texas, so I have watched a grand total of maybe like 5 football games. 4 of them have all taken place as part of football while at Thanksgiving. Because when we're at Thanksgiving, they're always, Maisie's family is very traditional. So always us dudes, quote unquote, sit down and watch football, and I try and know what's going on. So I sit down and watch it during Thanksgiving. I watch football. But, oh, I forgot to do it. But anyways, outside of Thanksgiving, I've only watched 1 football game in Texas, right, on my own. And it was literally a game. It was a college football game. It was some important game. And it was actually the Longhorns playing and winning. And it was literally a complete and utter, like, accident that I watched that game. It was not because I love the Longhorns, although it was awesome. Literally what happened was this. My friend was having a really rough time. He had just gone through a breakup. So I know that he loves to collect and try different kinds of whiskey and stuff like that. So I surprised him because he was having a rough time by taking him to a very nice, like, cigar lounge. It was like basically sit down, smoke cigars while having like whiskey. Now, I don't really care about the whiskey, but like, you know, I'll go with him. So we went there, and it happened to be that the night I took him there was literally packed, like it was jam-packed with people, because apparently there was a Longhorns football game that was happening at that moment in time. So I was sitting there around a bunch of like true Texans, all like super involved, rooting and going crazy about this match. And I was sitting there, and I'm not kidding. Do you know what I did? Because I don't want to drink whiskey. I brought some white wine that I took in a bag, and I felt so out of place that I poured it into the whiskey glass to make it look like I was drinking whiskey. But I was actually sipping this like white girl white wine this entire time. But other than, you know, just being a little bit, you know, silly because of what I was drinking, it was really hyped to see them win. It was a really good match. Hook shot, okay, not too bad. I didn't even think about that. You're right. Technically, my color would have been different. But you know what? In my head at the moment, I felt like I fitted in. And that's what matters. I'm gonna be honest, I actually thought that it was a really nice time, and everyone there was honestly super, super open to, like, let new people in. Everyone there was super chill, super nice, and also maybe why no one cared was because everyone was busy paying attention to the football. But anyways, I was gonna say, the only thing I think I didn't like about where I was at that time was, and I'm not sure if anyone else has gone to a to a cigar whiskey place like that, but the only problem I had as someone who, you know, is not really into that stuff too much, is that my eyes felt irritated because there were so many people in there, right, watching this football game that were all smoking cigars, that the entire room looked like a smoke machine. It was like this thick, just like smoke fog in the entire area because everyone was smoking their cigars. So just being in the room was getting my eyes irritated because there was so much smoke. That's what it used to be like before no public smoking laws. I can believe that. I mean, honestly, I can totally believe that. Yeah, so like that whole place was just filled up with smoke, man. But anyways, it was a fun time. I enjoyed. I will state this. I would never sit down and watch a football game on my own, but I genuinely love sports when I'm with people who are really, really into it. Because you feel excited because everyone else is excited. Does that make sense? So if I just watched that football game, I don't think I would have cared that much. But because A, it was kind of funny that it was like the Longhorns, which is like the one team I own a bunch of merch for because I like their color. And everyone there had such crazy energy and vibes. Boomerang is amazing. Everyone had such crazy like energy and vibes. Everyone was just so excited about this match. Anytime they scored and did well, everyone was cheering, you know, getting super pumped up. Something about it just made me also like really enjoy it. So I had a great time. Wait. Okay, this is gonna get some Europeans mad, but I would rather watch American football than soccer. I never liked soccer. Vape bag. Dude. Dude! Okay. Okay, I actually have to do a weird glitch here because I can't get both of the chests with my current items and I really want to, so I'm gonna try and get both here. Wait, let me get the inner chest first so that if I fail this, I can go back to the both. There's a cave chest here and an upper chest, so let's go for both. But yeah, no, the reason I like American football more than soccer is I don't really like either of the sports, but Soccer, even when people are excited about it around me, I don't get as excited because it's very slow-paced. American football, I think there's just more going on. That being said, there's one problem I have with American football. There are way too much downtime. You guys play for like 2 seconds, and then you drag that shit out for like 2 minutes. There should be a rule where like you have to do a new play within 30 seconds. Because like they will do a thing after 2 seconds of play, and then the timer is paused for like minutes. So that's my only issue, is that like it could be even faster. I think that like the timer shouldn't be allowed to be paused for as long. You have to get back to it. But it's still faster paced than soccer, because for soccer there's just so much back and forth, like kicking the ball, that it doesn't get me as engaged as someone who doesn't really care for the sports, or doesn't care about the teams much. Plus, even though definitely Europeans are very engaged and excited about their teams, I think Americans get even more excited about sports than Europeans do. Y'all go crazy about football. That was a really clean glitch, by the way. That was a odd shot, by the way. It's basically like a weird shot, but upwards. Well, there's a second thing that makes me really like American sports, and y'all are going to make fun of me for this. I really like American commercials compared to Europeans. European commercials are all so boring and bland. Like, there's not as much to make fun of. Europe has so many rules about how you can market things that I'm telling you, literally, here's how 90% of advertisements works in Europe, and every European can back me up on this. It will work like this. Every single one of them. You guys still have these in America, but this is all of them in Europe. Here is the average dude. Average dude is really having a good time. He's walking around and having fun with family and friends. Oh, here he picks up a drink of Coca-Cola and sips it. Oh, he's so happy. That's right. If you want to live happy like this happy guy, drink Coca-Cola. Like, that's basically the entire idea of all ads. Every ad in Europe is just randomly showing a montage for 20 seconds of a happy-ass dude living the happy-ass life that we all want, and then the ad ends with him using a product. And the kind of idea, I guess, is like, hey, look how associated happy this guy's life is by using this product, this drink, this car, right? Well, America, they get more to the point. Y'all have, like, these silly things. You have these funny things. You have these great things. And then you have these, like, absolutely terrible ads that I love to make fun of, like your medical ads, where I don't even know how it's legal. I cannot believe that there's a law that says that you have to disclose things with medication on ads in America, yet somehow it's still allowed to have like the tiniest fine print text at the bottom for the last 2 seconds of the ad, where no human could ever read it in time before it gets off screen. Every American will know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't believe that's allowed. They will talk about like, oh, yada, 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 yada. This is so good. This is so good. And then literally the last 5 seconds of the ad shows this like wall of white text of like disclaimers. And then it literally sounds like they 4x sped up the voice, and they go, you said this medication can cause blah, 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 blah. Also, did you know they could, and then it ends. And I'm like, bro, what? Anyways, I think it's funny. Obviously, I think it's... I don't like those ones, but... Anyways, at least I have something to make fun of when it comes to the American ads. Alright. I've never speedrun Phantom Hourglass now. Yeah, I think the way I will summarize most... I think the way I would summarize most things as a difference in between Europe and America when it comes to those things, I actually don't think that the rules necessarily are that different. I think this is the way I would explain it. I think most people, if you've looked into any of this at all, would probably agree with me for the most part. I would say that most rules, when it comes to advertisement or misleading or being more consumer-friendly, is technically not that different in between Europe and America. And you might be like, that's so wrong, Linkus. Now, hear me out. Here's what I'm trying to say. I think the actual fundamental rules are about the same. The difference is how it's enforced. Like, in America, it's more like either guidelines or... It's either usually made in a way of guidelines, or even if it's made like a rule, it's not enforced, and if enforced, the penalty is so little that it is still financially more worth it to not follow it. So, I think that's the way I would summarize most of everything when it comes to these things. So, like, it's clear that, like, advertisement, for example, right, are both pretty strict about what you can advertise. The difference is you can kind of circumvent the meaning a lot more in America. But, I mean, I can't really blame them. I mean, let's be honest. Everyone online tells me that I'm cheating all the time. Have you seen all the glitches that I'm doing? I'm circumventing what Nintendo intended for me to do. They intended for me to sail around like this with this boat. Yet I item slide all the time. So, who can blame them? Sometimes, you know, following the rules, you know, using the slow-ass sailing boat is just a little bit sad and boring. Sometimes you gotta pull out an item slide here and there. So far, this rando is not treating me too kindly. It started off amazing, and now we're kind of on a little bit of a down... on like a slow part here. Hope it comes around. I don't have the DQ leaf, I just realized. That's slow. There should be 2 items here. Hopefully they're pretty good. Still need that grappling hook. It's not it. How many Zeldas have you played? I've played most of all the Zelda games. The only Zeldas that I've really skipped out on are basically some of the handheld 2D Zeldas. Forest Pearl. Okay, that's a necessary item. We'll take it. So, if I'm trying to think, so I've played the CDI ones, obviously, and then I played out of like the out of the mainline Zelda games, if you count the mainline ones, right? That I like for consoles. I have at this point played all of them. The only one I haven't beaten is Zelda 1. I think that's the only one I haven't beaten all the way through of all the mainline ones. When it comes to handheld ones, I've actually never beaten Oracle of Seasons and Ages. And at this point, maybe I should. I've been continuously delaying it because I've continuously been like, oh, they made Link's Awakening, so the engine is made. So clearly they're going to make those 2 remakes, right? Like, I constantly been thinking they're so obviously going to be doing remakes of them because they have the engine. But it seems like instead Nintendo went and made Echoes of Wisdom, which honestly I'm not complaining about, by the way. I'd rather take a new game with the engine. It's pretty awesome, so... Not complaining about that, but yeah, so I kind of didn't want to play them because I assumed they were going to make a remake of it. Okay, there's the 3rd pearl. Okay, Tower of the Gods is unlocked. I need bombs and leaf, though, to do the dungeon, but yeah. Okay, and then we have a letter here before we continue. Anyways, but either way, so... Hey, we got a cheese! Nice! But yeah, either way, so, yeah, I haven't done that, and then the only other handheld Zelda game that I haven't played would be...
Are we gonna see drunk Linkus having fun content from your wedding day?
The only other one that I haven't played is... What's the one called on the 3DS, Chad? Not Link, so not like a Link Between Worlds, like the one with the 4 links. Triforce Heroes? No, not... Wait, is that what it's called? Is it called Triforce Heroes? Anyways, that's the only one I haven't played. So yeah, it's Oracle of Seasons, Ages, and Triforce Heroes. Okay, we got a bottle. Oh my god, Grandma! Okay. But yeah. That's pretty much it. What's the difference between Oracle and Seasons and Ages? So they're kind of like two... They are more different than this, but the idea is in a similar concept to... The idea originally was a similar concept to how the Pokemon games would work, but in a much cooler way. So here was the original plan. So the original plan was that they were going to release 3 games. And if you beat each game, you would get a Triforce piece. And if you beat all 3 games, you can connect them together and then unlock another dungeon. It was a really cool idea. But they're all, like, they all have, like, unique dungeons and puzzles and stuff like that. So they're basically, like, 3 games with all the same engine. Or 2 games, and it was supposed to be 3. And then you would unlock things, and then you could connect them to, like, unlock more secrets in each game. It was really cool. They only ended up releasing 2 of them, but... Yeah. Hi, Grandma. Yeah, the most recent nightly release has it, Awesomers. But yeah, it's basically like how the difference between the two Pokemon games would be, but like pushed a little bit further. Because they're actually have their own stuff. Like the main overline, but actually, I think it's more fair to actually compare them to Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, because they are the kind of their own games. But they both share an engine. At least to my understanding. Bombs! Okay, that's a huge find. Ooh, wait, I forgot about the cave. Wait, I could also do the fairy fountain. Hold on. Okay, I am gonna safety save here because I almost messed this up last time because I, for some reason, cannot get this setup to work properly. So... a safety save here just in case because I don't want to crash my game. Okay, I guess I did it too much. I want to say that if you just target there, you should get the angle necessary, but for some reason lately, when I'm doing that, I've missed it, so... I'm such an idiot. I used the hook shot instead. Hook shot takes you to the right. Bow and arrow takes you to the left. Oh my god, I'm losing so much time. This is not supposed to be difficult. Why do I have another letter? Oh, advertisement for bombs. Cool. All right, we got it this time, right? There we go. That should not have been that difficult. All right, bigger rupee bag. That's another letter. That's so funny, dude. We just keep getting letters right now. To answer you seriously, I don't hate Skyward Sword. Like, I know I joke about it a lot. I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't think it's a great game. Okay. I have to go up here and light the lighthouse right now. And by lighting the lighthouse, I should be able to get 2 more locations here from the chests. Yeah, fortunate. I think one of the main appeals of Wind Waker randomizers is that it's very easy to keep track of and follow along. Like, obviously, if you play the game a ton, it's a little bit different, what I'm about to say. But I think when it comes to the randos, like, for example, like Ocarina of Time, I think it's really hard to follow along and, like, know what locations you've done and what you haven't done, because the world is bigger. It's not, and it's also more scattered compared to, you know, just everything being easy on an open sea map. And a lot of the locations are a little bit more strange and kind of obscure, like a random grotto that's not very defined. So I think these randos are just pretty good in terms of length and easy to follow, which makes for a great experience. Deluxe Picto Box, nice. Well, I might as well get the last one while I'm here. The Switch version of Skyward Sword is a zero remake game. They literally did nothing to it. Okay, I don't want to be that guy who's like, actually, you're wrong. Because if you buy an amiibo, then you get the privilege of fast warping out. So if you just give them another $30, then you can use the fast travel feature they added. Which personally I think is awesome. But no, I think I can speak for everyone when I say, yes, the Skyward Sword HD the Skyward Sword HD version of the game doesn't really add anything of value except for the fact that they added new controller schemes. I think that the biggest upgrade isn't even that they made it so you could play with the game on buttons. Okay, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I actually think that it is better to play Skyward Sword with motion controls than buttons. So the biggest benefit of the Skyward Sword HD is not that they changed anything. It's the fact that the Joy-Cons have so much better motion controls than the Wiimote had. I think that is the biggest improvement. So it's not even anything that they did. It is the simple fact that it just uses better hardware. I think that is the biggest improvement that they have on it. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, chat. So far, I'm a little bit scared because I'm not having the greatest of luck right now finding all the items I need. If you struggle with the OG motion controls, it's honestly a skill issue. I will give you one opportunity to take that back, Weki. I've said this, I think I said this like 2 or 3 times on stream before, but I haven't mentioned it in a while. So here's an actual interesting conversation that I had. So, unlike maybe what some people think, which is that I just blindly hate Skyward Sword, which I mean it when I say I don't. I actually had a very productive conversation with Gymnast, who I think is one of the best Skyward Sword speedrunners of all time. And also, I should mention, Gymnast thinks that Skyward Sword is one of the best games of all time. He loves Skyward Sword. So I actually asked him about the motion controls. And I said, you know, I sat down with him, it was in person, and I said, I'm curious. By the way, grappling hook, that's incredible. That's really good. So I sat down with him, and I said, Gymnast, I want to have a serious conversation about Skyward Sword. And he said, okay. And this is what I asked him. I said, do you honestly believe that the motion controls are good in Skyward Sword? And then he said, they're not bad. And then I said, do you think that they're not bad because you've spent so much time practicing them? Or do you think that have you always thought that they were good? And here was his answer. And I thought that it's actually very... I think that the answer honestly explains everything. And I've never heard someone put it as well. I don't remember the exact words he said, but I'm going to roughly say what he said. And I think even if you like them or you dislike them, this answer will make a lot of sense. Because to me, when I heard it, I went, oh my god, that makes a lot of sense. Here's what he said. The Wiimote and the motion controls were limited in hardware. So Nintendo, when they were developing the motion controls, they made them in one way. And they made it in that one way in which they considered a natural motion control scheme to be like. What that means is that if you happen to like just mentally, naturally agree with that exact mindset they had when they made it, of that's how you interpret motion controls to be like and behave like, then you will have an easy time to play Skyward Sword. But if you think the motion controls should behave in a different way, then you are going to hate it, because due to the limitations, if you don't do exactly what they want you to, it will not behave correctly and you will find them to be janky and annoying. And I think that actually summarized it very well. And I think that I very much agree with that. If you just go, oh no, this is how a sword should behave, and you just kind of do it the way Nintendo intended you to, then honestly, you're probably gonna have a great time. And you're gonna love it. But if you do it even slightly differently from what Nintendo really thinks that's how you should do it, it's gonna feel like super janky and terrible. That being said, on the Switch version, because the motion controls are better and the sensors are better, we're in a different situation where damn it, where it leaves more freedom because, you know, the motion controls have not been upgraded. So what that means is that you can both do what Nintendo intended you to and do it slightly differently and still be fine. So I'll give you an example of why, I'll give you an example of the Wii motion controls, which is why I think the experience can be very different. If you truly feel like you're holding a sword when you're holding the Wiimote, and you always do very big and slower motions, you will not only have it work better, you will not have a lot of desyncs. But if you are like me, where maybe you feel like, no, if I do this, my sword should slash. I shouldn't have to do this to slash the sword, then not only will it not work, but if you multiple times do this, the motion controls will literally get lost to where you are at, and it will just stop working. And people who have played the game will know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, if you move the motion controls too many times, then they will eventually just kind of not work well for you. So yeah, if you do it exactly the way it wants you to, you take it slowly, you do all the big motions, and you move it more like this, never with your wrists, I'm sure it works great for you. Personally, for me, it's stupid. But the Switch version was not too bad, because I was able to actually do this, which is the way I think I should be able to play. Wait, oh my god, speaking about Skyward Sword, can I just say, I told you so. I have been preaching this for so long, and there's so many people in the chat with their big-ass copiums out there who don't agree with me, and I'm just saying, I told you so. I have been saying for so long that if you just go back at all,
I sub every
and you...
single time I think about it, to thank you for something you probably forgot less than 3.
Thank you for the Prime 2-month resub, I appreciate it. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. I don't know what you mean by thanking you for something you probably forgot about. Do you mean your sub? In which case, I'm glad it didn't dono out this time if it did last time. Thank you. But anyways, here's it. Chat, hear me out. I've been saying for a long time that Nintendo did not plan a stupid-ass timeline for the Zelda universe. The timeline was only made up because people wanted it and they needed an excuse for the story for Skyward Sword. I've been saying it for so long. And then there's people out there who are like, no, maybe they didn't completely plan it, but they've been fairly planning it out this whole time. And now after Skyward Sword launched, then like they have set it all straight, and now the whole timeline makes total sense and it's awesome. And then when Breath of the Wild came out, they're like, oh my god, and this fits into the timeline so perfectly because now they're resetting it to make it good. And I'm not sure if you saw it, but Nintendo released a new updated timeline. And if you didn't see it, they basically completely just said Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are not part of the timeline. They're their own thing, not part of the timeline. Screw you, timeline that we worked so long to release and hype up. We don't care anymore. Yo, thank you, Aloha Kirby, for the 24 viewer raid. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hope you had a good stream. What are we up to today?
NFL starts tomorrow. Who are you rooting for?
Who am I rooting for at the NFL? Oh, man. I mean, there's just... What did I just get? Did I get a good item? What did I just get? Mappa? Okay, good. Sorry. Well, I love the NFL, so honestly, I mean, I'm gonna be rooting for my favorite team. Which is, I mean, I gotta be rooting for the Chiefs. Because, like, I mean, they're, like, the best, you know, like, they're the number 1 rated team. And, you know, I always root for the awesome teams, you know? Anyways, I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest. I had to Google what the NFL was. I didn't know if that was football or basketball. Is the Dallas Cowboys part of the NFL? Yes, then I'm rooting for the Dallas Cowboys. As a Texan, and as someone from the DFW area, I gotta root for him. Okay, be honest with me, chat, completely unbiased. Is the Dallas Cowboys any good? Thank you, Vorax, for the Prime Gaming 4-month resub, and thank you, Bunny, for the 2 months as well, and the sub to get rid of the cringy ad. Sorry about that. Yeah, Twitch knows when we're having a good combo, and just decides, nah. they were, but a lot of people hate them. But here, think about it though. Most people hate the best teams because people like to root for underdogs. So if people hate them, then it's probably just because they're so good. Oh, hey, there's the boss key. I never get how football teams, like, lose this. Like, honestly, if I was playing American football, I would just never miss the goal. Like, if you just avoid getting tackled and you just hit the goal every time, and when you do a kickoff, or you make it down to, you know, like, the touchdown area, then, like, it's a guaranteed free, easy win. So, honestly, like, I don't know why they don't just get people who have perfect aim and are really fast. I don't remember what the ninja quote is. I'm trying to recreate it roughly, but unfortunately, I don't remember word for word what it is. Hold on, I gotta find the original quote from Ninja. It was such a good tweet. Ninja football tweet. I'll never understand how college and NFL football teams allow kickers to just miss kicks. I feel like there has to be polls of kickers in the USA that won't miss simple kicks, or snappers that won't mess the snaps. I don't know, man. It seems so silly. Would love opinions on this. And in the top reply to the tweet says, I'll never understand how pro Fortnite players just miss their shots. I feel like there has to be so many pro players who just simply click on their heads and hit every shot with 100% accuracy. It just seems so silly. And then Ninja responds to the tweet saying, this is the shittiest reply ever. Fortnite requires movement, editing, building, rotating, and hitting shots. There are not positions in Fortnite. A kicker's job is simply to kick. Horrible analogy. Kind of embarrassing. LMAO. What a true gamer take, dude. It's sad that Ninja no longer does it, though, to my understanding. But back when he was, like, starting to lose his relevancy, he started to just say whatever was on his mind, and he had a lot of really bad takes. I will never get over his best tweet of all time, though, which was... Oops. I will never get over his best tweet ever, though, which was when he started trying to brag about his wife being nice to him. It was both so weird and almost sad at the same time. Dude, unasked for. No, he just wanted to brag. Like, if you haven't read the tweet, it's... Pull that one up too, it's legendary, sure. I'm in a cutscene up here anyways. It's weird. It's just a brag tweet. Sandwich tweet.
Hi Linkus. Hey chat.
Okay,
14
here's the
months.
tweet he posted,
Always
okay?
happy to support my favorite streamer. Keep doing what you're doing. I need the answer to the ultimate question. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
You know, I used to say no, but I've kind of come around to it. I think it's all right. I'm kind of whatever about it now. Anyways, here was the ninja tweet. I'm in the middle of sorry. I'm in the middle of carrying a League of Legends game, about to close it out, and my braless wife brings me a sandwich, not asked for, with chips, as I get a double kill bot lane. How's your day going? It's just such a strange, it's just a strange, like, tweet. In one tweet, he talks about how he's carrying in League of Legends, he gets a double kill, while his wife brings him sandwich, and he has to emphasize that it's not just that she brings him a sandwich, it was unasked for. On top of it as well, he felt the need to mention that she didn't wear a bra at the time. I don't know, it's just such a strange tweet, man. What a crazy tweet. Also, I swear to God, if I get good RNG on this guy again, I'm gonna be almost mad because I can never get good faces on this guy when I'm doing runs. Oops. Well, maybe I feel like I'm assuming that I'm assuming, you know what, women in the chat can probably back me up here if I'm completely off here, but I would like to say, even if you like try and divulge his tweet, I would like to assume that most people who wear bras probably just don't have them on at home in their comfort of their home if they're just chilling, because pretty uncomfortable to wear. So I don't even know why he's trying to like flex that hard about it. I feel like most people probably get home, and if they're not going to go out, take it off because it kind of sucks. So like, I don't even know why it's that hard of a flex if you really think about it. All right, one boss down. 3 more to go. All right, I got one more item check in this dungeon. Wait, I actually wasn't paying attention. I got the map, compass, and boss key, right? Because then I definitely have to. Oh, Maisie makes me a sandwich basically every day. At night when I'm like sitting by the TV and I'm tired, she almost every night makes a sandwich for us. Okay, it's not on the ask for, actually, I can't say that, but yeah. A sandwich with turkey, cheese, and pickles. Very tasty. Do you make Maisie sandwiches too? No. No. The foods that I make at home, I can tell you right now what foods I cook at home for us. Maisie makes a lot, mostly like the snacks and like desserts and stuff like that. What I make is anything that has to do with meat. Maisie does not like cooking meat. I wouldn't necessarily say that she's scared of it. More like this. She doesn't know how to really properly cook meat, meaning that she's too afraid to undercook it, so everything is done very well done. So because of that, I get the duty of always cooking the meat. So if there's ever a meal that has like a big protein to it, like meat, then I'm the one who makes the meal. So yeah, anytime we're making like a big meal, I will make the meat. But that's pretty much the main thing that I cook. Pretty much it. So are you saying that she does everything but the meat? No. Linkus, how do you like your steak? Oh man, some people are gonna get mad at me for this. Okay, so even though I do say that I don't like it very, very well done, I do not like red meat at all. Like red meat is in like if it's not well cooked. So I usually make mine like in between medium and medium well. So I would like the lowest I would ever go is medium. If I go somewhere that's like really fancy and it's a really good one, the lowest I would ever go is medium. But usually I go medium well, or like kind of like in between there. I like a tiny bit of red, but not a lot. So yeah, like medium or medium well, depending on how nice the meat is. When it's well, I mean, then it's usually just really dry. Yeah, I just realized the red meat means something else. That's why I corrected myself. Chad, I'm going to be honest with you. This rando is going to have to come around soon because it is not looking too great for us right now. It is very slow. All right, let's go and do Dragon Roost. I really enjoyed your Windbaker All Achievements run, yo. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm honestly really glad we got that video done because it was a long I don't think Zoe's watching, but it was a long project. Even though I wasn't the one that edited it, it was just a long project to be worked on because, I mean, it took 20 plus hours. So getting that into a video that it like actually is decent is just rough. And then it was also kind of just like a pain to know what would be good and not in the video because a lot of it is very repetitive. Because even though there is 126 achievements, you know, like 70 of them, I would say, is kind of straightforward just playing the game normally. While only, you know, like 50 of them are like actually challenges or anything special. Man, my right arm is so freaking sore. I recently got a treadmill. I recently got a treadmill, and they wanted like a stupid amount of money to quote unquote build the treadmill, and I was like, I looked at how much steps there was to build a treadmill. They wanted like $150 to build, like to set up the treadmill, and I looked at the steps and I was like, it's not actually that much steps to set up the treadmill. So I did not pay for it, so I had to set it up myself, which technically wasn't going to be an issue. But well, hold on, let me actually look here. The issue is the actual weight of the machine was 250 pounds, which is quite a lot. And not only is it 250 pounds, but almost all of the weight is distributed on the back, not the front. So all of it is, you know, basically by like the main part, you know, where like the actual, you know, the motors are, you know, like at the very front of it. Not, you know, like in the back is pretty lightweight because it's just a band. So we had to carry it and lift it up a lot. And Maisie was not able to lift it even an inch. She literally could not get it off of the ground, so I had to lift it. And it was so heavy to lift. I was able to do it, but it was so heavy to lift that I really, really, really upset my body, because I thankfully carried it with my legs, not my back. But the way I'll explain it is I tired out the muscles in this part of the arm. I wasn't using the actual biceps. It was this arm. So this whole part of the arm is so sore and mad at me after lifting that. So yeah, I'm really not having a good time. And the crazy thing is it's now 2 days since I built it and I'm still sore. If you have the space, you should buy a dolly. Dude, this is what Macy said too. But now I'm not getting one. I should have gotten one for the move when we actually had a lot of stuff to carry. But at this point, I've tanked through doing it also. Yeah. At this point, there's no reason to. Power bracelets, okay. Man, this is a strange seed. It feels like strangely... I feel like this feels strangely normal, yet not at the same time. I've not had the items scattered out well. I've gotten, like, no items, and then I get a ton of them, and then I kind of follow the dungeons normally. Also, I saw someone ask in the chat, why did you buy a treadmill? Why not just walk around your neighborhood? And I just have one thing to tell you. You have clearly never been to Texas. Normally, I would always agree with you. If this was Sweden, I would totally agree with you. I would have never, ever bought a treadmill because I would just take outside walks. I would agree with you 100%. But man, have you never been to Texas? If you say, why don't you just take the walk outside, man? Because when it is like 100, 110 degrees outside, I'm telling you, as someone who did... I've been trying to take walks because I try and take a walk every day. I've been doing it for years. And I'm telling you right now, it is so hot that the only way that I've been able to almost do it is I do a small lap around my neighborhood, and then every 10 minutes, I walk inside to drink like half a bottle of water to a bottle of water and cool down at the AC, and then I walk 10 more minutes and have to repeat that. Because you get lightheaded after about 10 to 15 minutes due to the heat. Even with like a proper good hat and everything. Like, it doesn't matter if you cover it up. Once it hits over 100 degrees, and there's also humidity in the air, so the body feels like it's even hotter, you can't do it, man. There is the Master Sword. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I absolutely agree. Because of my walks will probably only actually be taking place a lot during the hot months. Like, during the colder months, like, for 6 months of the year, I'll just walk outside. But then for the other 6 months of the year, I want to be able to walk inside. Also... like, I didn't know what else to do with the space. There was just... the space was just there for it. I don't know why why most Texas homes have this. In case you don't know, Texas, just everything is bigger in Texas, and it's just a fact. Like, the homes are just so big square foot wise compared to other places I've been to. And most homes have an architecture where they have kind of a... how'd I put it? I can't remember what it would be called. Like, I'm sure there's a word to explain this type of room, but I don't know what it is in English. It's like... ooh, the DQ leaf. That's really good. It's like a room when... it's like a room that's like a half room when you enter the house. That basically would just function as a windowed room where you can look outside. I don't know what else to explain it. It's like a half room and there's nothing in it. So it's kind of like a room. And then it has a big ass window to like look to the front yard. And... I mean, you could technically convert it to a bedroom, but it's not really intended to be a bedroom. So, it's sort of just like a kind of a room. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's... Anyway, so because of that, I had nothing to do with that room. And Maisie said, oh, we can just put 2 chairs there. And I agree it would look really cute. But do you know what I stand by? We would never use that room. And if you have a house with that, I think you can agree that that room most likely doesn't get used. Because it's like, it's such a useless room. Because it's like, if I want to sit down, I'm sitting down either in my computer chair or I'm sitting down at the couch in the living room. I would never go, let me sit down there. I know my mom would sit down if we had a chair there to like read a book, but I don't do that. So for me personally... there is literally no reason to have that room. There's just no purpose for that room at all. So because of that, I was like, this is a pointless room with nothing in it. So I looked at the room and I said, let's just get a treadmill here. Like, at least then we'll have use of the space. I'll go here and I'll use it. Man, this is a rough, annoying seed. But yeah, you guys, even if a bunch of people have different kinds, it's called a mud room. It's where you're supposed to keep your shoes and clean things before entering the actual home. No, I don't know if I would call it that. I would love to take a picture, but I would want to make sure I blur out some things because some people are crazy at like trying to figure out where you live. So I would show you quickly if it was over the fact that I would want to blur out the window so you can't, you know, see everything. Let me look at online what a foyer looks like. Maybe it's that. Not exactly. The foyer looks more like a big, foyer looks more like a large walkway, which is not how it is. You know what? Because now it's really bothering me. I'm gonna do this. After I beat this boss, I'm gonna pause the timer, and I'm literally going to take a picture for you. I'm just gonna take a picture to show you, because I don't know what I would call it. I'm literally just going to run down and take the picture quickly. Okay, you know what? Because I have a cut. All right, I'm just going to go. I'm gonna pause the timer here, and then I'm just going to have it unpause for 20 seconds when I get back because of this cutscene. BRB, I'm going to show you. Hold on.
Giga chair, giga chair, giga chair.
Okay.
Get ready for another
okay.
special
I'm just
rap
gonna say
chat.
this.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Front-facing baby chick, baby chick. 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 Front-facing baby chick, baby chick.
Okay, so ignore the boxes in the vacuum. I haven't had trash day yet, so they haven't come and picked up the boxes from the building it. But anyways, here it is. I'll show you right now. This is what I mean by I don't know what hell to do with this room, okay? I'm just gonna show you right now because I literally don't know what the hell you would do with this room. And here's what I'm talking about, okay? Look here. This is it, okay? You will see that on the, you will see the door, and then you will see the room. You can see if it focuses. So on the left is where you walk in, and there's the door. And then there's this open-ass room on the side that is just, the only thing there is just a window. All right? That's it. I don't know what else to do with the room. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the hell to call that room. I don't know what to do with that room. It's just an open-ass kind of half room. It's like a half room. It's not this normal size of a big bedroom. It's like kind of small. It's not a big one. It would be a very small one. Maybe the best thing I could guess is maybe a home office if people like offices that are open. But it's not like a full bedroom. Like it would be the tiniest bedroom ever because it's not big. It's just this kind of small open ass room. I have no idea what to do with it. I just have no clue. Anyways, and I guess an office could make sense. I guess office maybe would be how you label it. Anyways, do you understand now why I said it's great to just put the treadmill there? Because I have nothing to do there. Because, like, I'm not sitting there. It's just an odd space. I don't know what to do. The only reason I didn't have a problem with it because this is the one thing they did tell us. Because this would be good when we have kids. They told us this. They said that we could pay extra for an upgrade where they put a wall, like they put doors there. So it actually is an additional bedroom and it would count as a bedroom. And I asked, is it possible to easily do it after the house is built? And they said yes, because the home is constructed with the idea in mind of that. So I'm just going to keep it as like kind of a gym. And then when we have kids in the future, we're just going to slap up a door there and then bam, we have an extra bedroom. But so I don't technically mind the space, but right now I'm like, I have no idea what to do with it. I have no clue. No clue. Okay, let me start the timer and let it run for 20 seconds so I don't cheat the doubters. I'll start playing again at 1:27:30. But yeah, I think a gym was a great idea. I suggested to buy weights for it, but Maisie doesn't want to, so yeah, we'll see. Alright. Alright, there's another Triforce piece, and there is the dungeon. Done. Alright. Why no weights? Because, Maisie said she just wants to wait until gyms are built around us so she can go to a gym because she'd rather use machines than weights. And I'm not going to argue with that because... Alright, not to make chat sad or anything here, but I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to be using the weights. Achoo. Achoo, sorry. Like, there is no weights being used by me. So I'm not pushing for it. Gesundheit. Danke. Dankeschön. I have to actually do this one stop at a time. What other things are you gonna put other than the treadmill down, Linkus? Okay, so you know what, chat? This is a great time to ask you this. I think we should buy weights and make it a home gym. Maisie still wants to put 2 chairs there because it could be fun to sit in there. I stand by the fact that it will never once be used. No one is ever sitting in that room. I stand by my fact. But she thinks that, you know what, we're not going to use the weights, so we'll just buy the treadmill, and then we buy 2 chairs, and now we have somewhere to sit there. So she still wants the 2 chairs. I don't know. There is room for both, technically, if I don't get anything else. Because right now, I mean, it's just the 1 treadmill, right? So there is technically a lot of space available. I don't know. Maybe this is just me, but I feel like I would never want to sit in a chair in a room that A, is just a random-ass room, and B, has a treadmill in it. It just seems like a really weird place to want to sit. I could never be like, oh, time to relax. Let me go sit in the mini home gym. It just seems so weird. But what do I know? Maybe she just wants to watch you train. Dude, that would be terrifying. Imagine having someone staring at you. Dude, that to be honest, though, actually, it would make me work out better. That is one of the reasons I liked having a gym where I had new people. So back in my old place, right, because I grew up in a tiny-ass village, everyone knew everyone. Because I technically knew of people who were at the gym, even though I didn't know them, like, well, like friends, because I knew of them, I felt so much pressure to actually properly work out. I wasn't lazy. Like in America, when I go to the gym, I'm going to be honest, if I spend an hour there, probably only like 30 to 40 minutes is actually spent working out. And then like 20 minutes is just downtime of being lazy, right? And I wouldn't really try and push myself. But when I knew people in the gym, I would actually push myself and I would work efficiently. And I liked it more because... yeah, that public pressure of like, oh, I don't want to see them. I don't want them to see me be super lazy. It just made me kind of care, you know? I think that public pressure was a good thing. Linkus, you could do a treadmill stream? True. We could totally do a walkathon. That sounds like a great idea. Every single sub, I have to walk 1 kilometer. What will happen first? Will I fall apart? Or will the subs run dry? I'm telling you right now, without even trying it, my legs will fall apart. Linkus, you should walk across America. Dude. No. Wouldn't you... maybe I'm wrong here. Couldn't you get in trouble by walking by the side of the road? Like, couldn't a cop get you in trouble? Because a lot of the times there might only be a highway, so you can't even do a small road, so you have to walk on the edge of a highway. Couldn't, like, couldn't a cop be like, dude, what are you doing? Because you're walking, like, on the side of the highway. I feel like that surely can't be allowed. Maybe on small roads I can, but... Also, I don't know if I want, even if I was allowed to, I don't know if I would want to walk next to highways because American drivers are crazy. No offense, America, but you know what's up. Do you know what I think is really funny? And this is something that I mean from, like, the bottom of my heart. And if you've been around America, like, in multiple states, you will know what I'm talking about here. As someone who's now been in over 20 states. Even though most states, like, most parts of America have, in my opinion, what I consider to be bad drivers, the drivers are bad in different ways. If you've been in multiple states, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, there's different kinds of bad drivers. And it's very, very different. So, I'll give you one example. So, Texas drivers, for example, right? They love driving their trucks. And you know, like, they love just... Oh, shit, I'm about to miss my exit. And they swerve 4 lanes across to make their exit because they can't imagine missing an exit. But, here's one thing about true Texas drivers that you immediately notice. Texas drivers are still very kind, where even if there's big traffic and big waiting lines, they will let you in. Like, that's one thing I noticed that's a big difference compared to, for example, California. Like, if you come up and there's a big line of traffic, almost every time you will immediately get a driver just sits down and waits and just waves you in. Like, when it comes to, like, letting you go first and, like, that stuff, like, that kind of southern hospitality, it still extends to driving. I'm sure if you go to, like, downtown Houston, maybe that's not that's not true, but for most parts of Texas, from driving around a lot in Texas, I would say, like, I've noticed that. But here's what I was gonna say. As someone who lived in LA, I can tell that there is a lot of LA drivers who have moved to Texas, because there is a certain way the LA drivers drive, and the best way that I will call it is what LA drivers do, and I don't even totally blame them for this, even though I hate it, because it's almost the only way to be let in. If you've been in LA, you'll know what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna try and explain it. So in LA, there's so much bad traffic, and people are just so in their own zone, they don't want to let other people in. It's kind of selfish driving. That you cannot make it if you don't drive a little bit like a dick. So I like to call it the California jiggle, or the LA jiggle. Basically, this is what LA drivers do. They will be next to where they want to come in, they will put on their blinker, and if they don't get let in immediately, they will do this, okay? This is exactly what they do. They will do this with their wheel to quickly turn left and then straighten out. That will get the person who's not letting them in scared, and they will immediately brake, and now they have their slot, and then they turn in. Do you kind of see what I'm trying to do? That's exactly what they do. Oh my god, light arrows. That's so good. Anyway, so I call it like the LA jiggle. So they always do that because they can't be let in. So they do a jiggle to make it seem like, oh, I don't care. I'm just going to let myself in. And then people get scared. They brake. Now the slot's there, and they just go in. Anyway, so it's very obvious because it happens a lot where I'm driving on the road in, you know, Texas, and there's so many Californians who've moved here. And someone comes onto the highway, and they don't even wait a second to see if someone lets them in. They just immediately do the jiggle, and I'm like, oh my god, you dick. And then they pass me, I look at their license plate, and it says California, and I'm like, oh, you little... you little... Get out of my state! But yeah, it's always a bit funny. Then I will say this, and this is the last noticing thing I've done. And I'm not going to mention all the states, but this is something I've noticed a lot, which is that whenever I see certain smaller states license plates driving in Texas, I immediately know it's going to suck to be behind them. Because, and I guess I've taken this for granted because I moved straight to Los Angeles and then I moved to Dallas, so 2 big cities. But I can tell anytime someone with a smaller state license plate is going to be a pain to drive behind because they are... I don't know what better way to say other than they're babies. They are so scared to drive in city traffic that it's like, if it's like a yield turn or it's a flashing yellow turn, they are so scared to turn because they need the biggest gap in the world before they are willing to turn. It drives me nuts. It's like, they are so scared. They are so scared. And like, don't get me wrong, when I first moved here from Sweden, which is very calm traffic, I was the same way. But after living here for a while now, I just realized like, that like you kind of learn what you can and can't do and it's still safe, but when you're not used to it, you're like sitting there and they're just waiting and they're waiting. And the thing is, and anyone who lives in a big city can back me up on this, and this is why people stop doing this after you live here a while, what you realize is that if you're at all during hours where the traffic is bad, you can't wait for a big gap because the odds are that big gap is never happening. That's why you gain the confidence. It's not because you become a reckless driver. It's because you learn what is and isn't safe, and you learn when you actually just have to do it. Because you know there's never gonna be a big opening. And that drives me crazy when I'm here. Also, sorry, Sloth, did you say something? I didn't see your message. Wait, how did your GDQ run go, Sloth? I didn't get a chance to see it. They also stop at stop signs for 0.2 nanoseconds before continuing to. Yeah, I will definitely say that, and this is in my opinion, an almost universal American thing, unlike Sweden. In Sweden, people really have so much respect for stop signs. Americans do not. Americans see stop signs as yield signs. I don't think there's a difference. Americans do not see a difference between a yield sign and a stop sign. It is like in Sweden that you really do always, even if there's no traffic, really stop at the stop sign and you actually wait 2-3 seconds before you even attempt to start rolling forward and look. But here, people love just yielding at him. I got a 107 RTA loads, most cursed library of all time. Run was hype though, all the cool tricks worked for us. That's awesome. Did you go for some of the worst tricks in the marathon run? Like, did you attempt to go for the boosts with the flood during the escape to clip through the doors at all? Or did you just kind of choose not to because they're RNG based? Okay, I am not going to say who this content creator is, but I'm gonna tell you one thing, and this was something that drove me nuts. There was one content creator that, and he's not a friend of mine. If he was actually a friend of mine, I think I would have said something, but I found this out through... I found this out from a... party. I was one time at a party when I lived in LA there for 6 months, and it was like a big content creator party, and I met like a friend. We like, it was in a big group of like like friends of friends of friends, you know what I mean? So like I was with people that I'd never met, and one of the people in that group that we were talking to was like a content creator's friend of a content creator's friend's assistants. And that assistant talked about how this specific content creator, and I'm not going to say who it is, but she said this. She said, I'm always so scared anywhere when we drive when he drives. And we were like, why? And I couldn't believe this answer. The assistant said this. She said, because he does not stop at red lights. And we said, what? And she goes, well, he stops at the red light, then looks left to right, and if no traffic is coming, he goes. Because he doesn't want to wait. And then I say, what the hell? And then she said, yeah, I've talked to him before. And no, I promise you it's not Eric. If it was Eric, I would have talked to him about it because I would have been mad. Anyways, and then this is what the assistant said. This is what he said. He said this. He will not stop because, according to him, because he stops and looks around before deciding if he should run the red light, there is, according to him, no risk. And if he ever were to get a ticket for it, he doesn't care because he can afford it. And I was fuming when I heard that. I was like, dude, oh my God. I was fuming when I heard that. I was like, dude, what the hell? What kind of a logic is that? Bro. But I will say this, even though I would never do it, if anyone has lived in a big city like LA, I think you will know that, I think you've experienced this, so I can understand the logic, even though I absolutely am strongly against what they did. At night or evenings when there isn't traffic, you sit at red lights for a long time because for some reason, most parts of LA do not believe in sensors. So they're time-based lights, meaning you can actually sit at a light for like 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Because they have such long timers, because usually during the day, the traffic is so long. But during the night, there's no one there, meaning you actually might sit there for 3 minutes at a red light with 0 cars because it's late in the evening, no traffic is around. But because they have their shitty-ass timers, you sit there forever. So I understand the frustration as someone who lived in LA. Don't get me wrong. I totally get the frustration because it drove me nuts too. But just going for it is crazy to me. Also, this randomizer is seeming to kind of do a sort of a comeback. So I have some good news and bad news. The good news, chat, is that the last dungeons gave us a lot of items. So we are actually on really good pace for that sub 215 right now. The bad news is... the bad news is I'm still missing 2 sword upgrades. So we actually can get all the pieces of cheese because the last dungeon we have left is Forsaken Fortress. And I can do everything except for Helmrock because I'm missing the Skull Hammer. So the second we find the Skull Hammer, we can get the last piece of cheese. So that means that the only thing we need to find now is Skull Hammer and 2 sword upgrades. So this could be super fast. Like if we find all the items we need in Forsaken Fortress, we could literally be done in like 15 minutes. But if we don't find the items we need at Forsaken Fortress, it could be anywhere in the overworld and it could be fast or it could be slow and we don't know. So, it's really just down to luck here where the Skull Hammer and sword is going to be. Delivery bag. Wait, that's actually really good. Okay, before I go to Forsaken Fortress, I might as well go to Windfall. Dude, I think, speaking about privacy, I think if this happened in America, people would be outraged by this. There's new cop cars. They're not widespread yet in Sweden because they're so expensive. But if this happened in America, people would flip out. So the newest forms of cop cars in Sweden, right, have... So in Sweden, it's more common. We don't have that many cops, so it's more common that we have a lot of speed cameras. And honestly, they usually don't serve any purpose, because I'm going to tell you exactly how a speed camera works. And if you've ever driven in a place that has a speed camera, you will know how it works. The speed camera is about to come up. Everyone slows down, drives the speed limit. You pass the camera, and then you immediately start speeding back up. So it does work for specific intersections. So nowadays, because they realize people do that, they put them right before an intersection has had accidents, for example, to guarantee that the speed is followed on those parts. But you can't actually make everyone follow the speed. So the newest cop cars that they're making in Sweden have sensors on top of the cop cars, but so when the cop car is driving around, it's capturing the speed of all vehicles around. And what happens is if it sees that you're speeding, it will automatically just take a picture of your license plate, send a mail out, and like you get a letter in the mail and saying, hey, you got a ticket. So like if a cop car just drives by, you don't have to be pulled over because the sensors on the cop car will know that you were speeding, and you just get the ticket in the mail. I think Americans would be absolutely outraged if that happened, because it means that it's so easy to get a speeding ticket. Because, you know, you're just driving. If you're just driving around and you're speeding, you can get screwed. It doesn't just have to be the camera. I thought that was a Master Sword upgrade. I'm a bit let down that it was, I'm a bit let down that, Mirror shield, damn it. That it was just, Hurricane Spin. You know what? What someone just said in chat actually is so sad, but it actually kind of makes sense, what someone just said. In America, because they have to you're right, it's so sad, but if you think about it, it makes sense. It works in Sweden because of a bit of an honor system, because people would just be like, you know what, you're right, I did speed, and you pay the ticket. You're right. In America, they would be like, I wasn't driving, and they would take it to court. You're right. I just thought about it. You're absolutely right. It actually requires a little bit of an honor system where people admit it. Otherwise, you would just absolutely fill up the courts. Hi, Abby. Thank you for the 40 months. I appreciate it. How are you doing? I'm so excited to see you. 1 week away, Abby. And then you will get to come to the great state of Texas. I'm so excited. Dude, please give me the Skull Hammer. Or Master Sword, I guess. Thank you, Wendy, for the 8-month resub. I appreciate it. So there is actually a option when making a Wind Waker randomizer that lets you choose, I think it's called Classic Mode, and it unpatches storage. I don't run with it right now, but you can technically do storage, yes. It doesn't make as big of a difference as you think, though, because item sliding is so powerful. The one type of randomizer that I will do in the future, I just want to wait a while in the future to do this. But one rando that I think is going to be both so terrible to do mentally... Oh my god, Skullhammer, thank god. But also so fun. Is going to be... They have added support for full entrance randomizers. Not just like enemy, like dungeons, like in the past, but like full entrance randomizers. So in the future, I will be doing a full entrance randomizer with all the loading zones. I just want to wait a bit. I think I'm going to upload that video probably like after Echoes of Wisdom. Because I don't want to do too many Wind Waker videos because I've done so many lately. So yeah, in like a month or two, we're going to do full entrance rando Wind Waker. And I've never done one of those. Okay, so good news. We got the Skull Hammer, meaning that we can beat Helmrock. And by so getting the full Triforce piece. Unfortunately, we didn't find the sword upgrade. So we're still in the dark with 2 sword upgrades. Which is kind of scary. No, now you can randomize literally any loading zone. You can even untangle them, meaning that I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but you can even untangle them. What that means is that it doesn't necessarily mean that the loading zone you came from will bring you back to where you were. Does that make sense? So if you use it like, if you do it like synced, it means that if I enter, let's say, Grandma's house and I come into a new room, if I leave, I come back to the outside of Grandma's house. But you can even choose untangled, which means that, no, leaving is its own unique loading zone. It is not connected, so it's not a loop. Now, I don't know if I would do that, but it's an option. Like, you can do everything now. There is barrier skip on Wind Waker HD. I would like to assume that they did not include Savage Labyrinth, like the middle floors, in the loading zone random, but what do I know? Maybe it is. That would be terrible, though. Holy shit. I don't know. I haven't looked into Savage specifically. I know that definitely the main floors would be part of the rando, but I don't know about the in-between floors with the enemies. Alright, that's all pieces of cheese. Now it is all down to finding the final 2 Master Sword upgrades. We technically could still get sub 215, but it's all down to how long it's going to take to find Master Swords. I think I'm going to start by checking the vanilla location in the Master Sword chamber, because I'm scared that it would be located there. Wait. No, wait. Let me check. Let me check some other fast ones quickly, actually. No, like, let's not be stupid about this. Let's try and be smart. Oh my god, speaking about being smart, do you guys want to know something really sad that Smallland realized after watching the YouTube video of the bingo race? So you guys saw the bingo race, right? So I didn't realize this, but each Lionel has 2 horns, not just 1. A mace horn and a horn. Meaning that I only had to kill 2 Lionels, not 4. Because 2 Lionels gives you 4 unique horns. Which means, and I looked into it in the VOD, it took me an additional 5.5 minutes to take down the final 2 Lionels, Lionel 3 and 4. If I would have just done the first 2, I would have made it to the Gibdo one first. So it would have probably been either that he won with a I still think he would have probably won, but nice, that is the next Master Sword. He probably would have still won, but he would have won by 12-13. Or if I somehow built the house quicker, it could have technically been a small win for me, but I doubt it because I don't remember that side quest. So I think he would have still outpaced me when it comes to the home quest. But the other goals I would have beat him to, which sucks. So yeah, that small lack of knowledge cost me an almost tie. You know what? Because the Minecraft movie trailer just came out, I'm gonna go to Minecraft Isle. I believe in Minecraft Isle. Come on, Steve. Everybody get a praise for Jack Black. Jack Black is in the Minecraft movie. He's not only in the Minecraft movie, he is literally Steve. All right, here we go. Dude! Jack Black Minecraft is the winner! Oh my god. I'm telling you, this means that the movie is going to be good. I had Windfall, I could have gone to the top right, I could have gone to Thornfair, I could have gone to Bird's Peak, I could have gone to Private Oasis, I could have gone to Bomb Isle, we could have gone to Minecraft Isle, we could have gone to Outset, we could have gone to Windfall, we could have gone to Western Ferry, we could have gone to Horseshoe, we could have gone to Hyrule, but instead, Minecraft came in clutch. Thank you, Steve. Had to do it to him. I think that would like 1 in 10 coin flip to get that Master Sword probably set us on the winning path. I would need to choke Puppet Cannon so bad to miss out on the sub 215. I don't know if doing barrier skip first try would be faster than just breaking the barrier, but even if it is, it would be by so little time and you would have to get it so quickly that it is not worth it, man. I also just feel like it just feels wrong. Why is Windbaker your favorite? I guess it's the best 3D Zelda of the traditional ones. All right, here we go. One, two. Damn it. Oh, come on, that should have hit. Unfortunate. Could have been perfect there. His foot slightly blocked it. I tried to item slide to get away so he would re-angle himself, but still pretty good, but could have been better. Oh! The double hit! Crip shot! Oh god, why did I go for that? Oh, I still got on the right place. Nice. I don't know, I forgot to look up for the fast track because I don't get crip shot ever, and I was like, wait, oops, and then I looked up too late. Alright, here we go. Oh, I couldn't go for a double hit. He was facing the wrong way. Come on, I want to go for it. Oh, so close. Okay, well, I gave it a shot. I gave the Trog shot a shot. Well, it was close. If you don't know, a weird thing about fighting Puppet Cannon and why I said I couldn't shoot again. So when you shoot a light arrow, you have about a, what is it like? I think it's a 5-second timer. It's 5 or 8 seconds, something like that, before you can shoot another light arrow, so you can't spam it. But if you hit the body of Puppet Cannon, which usually would result in a miss, obviously, you don't have to wait again. It's a kind of a cool feature. So yeah, so if you miss, you have to wait. But if you hit his body, then you can immediately shoot a second shot. Why am I mentioning this? Well, here's a little fun fact you might not know. The kind of crystal that you're hitting on the back of his tail is not actually solid, so the light arrow goes through it. So if you hit the light arrow, or if you hit with your light arrow the kind of orb, the little crystal at the back, and his body is not in front of it, then you have a delay and you can't even attempt frog shot. But if he's going in the opposite direction of you, then it will hit first the ball / crystal and then his body, and then that removes the delay and it makes you be able to go for frog shot. So that's why sometimes you can't even attempt it even if you want to. All right, here we go. Nice. And there it is, 2:09:36, a sub 2:10. Dude, what a slow-ass run that randomly got saved by the luckiest last sword find ever. Just because I was memeing about Minecraft. All right, believers win. GG. Hold on one second, I gotta look at something. Gotcha, okay. All right. All right. I never doubted. I believed from the very start. Thanks, chat. All right, well, poggers. All right. Well, chat, I can tell you the plans for this week before everyone leaves. So, tomorrow I'm taking Maisie to the dentist. So I will not be able to stream because it's gonna take a while. She hasn't been to the dentist in forever. So they're gonna do like the full checkup. So I'm taking her there, and it's also like quite the drive. Call me crazy. I have a dentist I really like by our old apartment, and I don't want to switch because I don't go to the dentist that often. So I am just taking a long-ass drive to get back to where I used to live. I don't want to swap just to have it closer. So yeah, I'm gonna be there for a while, and like her appointments is scheduled at I think 1 or 2 p.m., meaning that like I'll be gone from basically like noon all the way until like 6 p.m. So tomorrow I'm gonna do some practice for some stuff. On Friday I will be back with something special Zelda related. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, but Friday and Saturday I'm gonna be streaming something special that's Zelda related. So it's gonna be fun. So, and it's not gonna be Wind Waker. So yeah, so something special is gonna be streamed the 6th and the 7th. And probably the 8th as well. I'm probably going to stream all weekend because I want to stream every day before my parents get here because they come here on Monday. So I want to try and stream as much as I can for before the wedding week. So yeah, it'll be a good time. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the rando. I will see you beautiful faces on Friday for the next stream. I'm gonna go and clean. Can't wait. I love cleaning. So yeah, I'm gonna go and clean. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you all on the next one. So yeah, later everybody. Bye-bye.